So this is C-Dome's video on the new patch, new PUBG Revive system explained, the full patch notes 23.2 review. We're gonna watch it, see what he's got to say about it. The servers are down right now. Test servers obviously up, but this is what we got to look forward to starting tomorrow. Oh, actually, hold on a second. All right.
For those who are TLDR, who don't have the patience to go through the whole patch notes, I understand. PUBG
No.
makes these
We
really
wanna
useful patch notes review videos called the patch reports. We'll take a look at this real quick. You guys can get a brief synopsis of what this update holds. It's actually a lot of really good quality of life things and a couple of big, like huge game-changing features for PUBG. So let's take a listen, take a look.
Welcome to the update 23.2. where you can now revive your teammates,
sometimes
transport knocked out allies onto vehicles, and engage in a new social feature, the clan system.
the clan, baby.
So revive teammates. Let's show more of that.
Sometimes
You can
right? You can revive them sometimes. We did experience some of that today in the test. So revive your teammates, maybe.
revive teammates all the way until phase 7, by the way.
Okay.
And there's an unlimited amount of times that you can revive your teammate for each phase. So like if you get revived in phase 2, you can't get revived any more times in phase 2, but you can get revived in phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. So one time per phase, but no limit for everyone in your squad. It's actually really cool.
So which is interesting because when we were playing on the test server, right? I mean, the chance to even get a revive in phase 1 is very slim unless you land by a res tower. One of the towers. Otherwise, like by the time you get there, it's phase 2, sometimes even going in towards phase 3.
Where you can now revive your teammates, transport
Sometimes.
knocked out allies onto vehicles.
You see this right here? Update. You can actually transport knocked out allies and knocked out enemies into vehicles. You can literally
There could be some trolling going on with
it. Your teammate or your enemies and put them into unused seats in your vehicle. You can't put them into the trunk, unfortunately. But this is actually a really
in the
interesting
trunk
mechanic because it seriously changes the way you have to handle. Let's say you're driving in a vehicle with your teammates and your buddy gets knocked out the vehicle. Historically, you used to have to try to pull back around before your buddy gets flushed, put the vehicle in front of them, smoke them out, do the res, heal up, all that kind of stuff. Now, what you really could do is, quickly stop the vehicle, turn around, hop out, grab your teammate, throw them back in the vehicle, and try to continue on driving and then revive them somewhere else.
You could do that. Or you could just park the car, flush your teammate, take their blue chip, get on over to that revive tower.
But don't get all twisted. And that's too easy. They've already thought of that, and they've actually changed the dead by knockout mechanic a little bit, which we'll go into some details when we go over the patch notes, okay? To help balance that.
And engage in a new social feature, the clan system.
Clan system. Clan name is it's either going to be the Dome or Clan Dome. It depends. Test server says
or the Bud clan, right, chat? I'm excited about the clan system.
Dome. I might do the same thing for live server.
Okay, with the clan system, super cool too. What I did notice is you can see all the people online from the clan. You can only be in one clan, yeah. But the thing is that you can see all the people online. So you can actually invite people from the clan. So many options, chat. You can make so many friends. I'm excited.
Well, you can't have spaces in it. So it has to be
underscore
like one word or all together with no spaces. So it's either the Dome or the Dome on live server. You can only have 100 members in the clan. So I'm obviously going to have it first come, first serve. But longtime supporters of the channel, you clearly will have the advantage in terms of getting in front of the line there.
Well, chat, we are gonna probably have multiple clans. We'll probably have like ambassadors that are gonna be the leaders of the other clans, like second, third, whatever, however many people. Like we max out one clan, then we're gonna make a new one.
Also, if you want to donate $1,000 to me, you'll get right in.
Oh my gosh. $500 you can get into mine. Okay. So just going to throw it out there, right? $1,000 to get into Sea Domes, 500 guaranteed into mine. Think about it.
First on the menu is the
Transmitter Revive!
To reduce frustration during squad play and promote diverse strategies in normal matches,
Cleat.
you'll now be able to revive your fallen teammates.
No!
Just retrieve the blue chip from their death boxes and register it at one of the transmission towers.
Get the blue chip from one of the death boxes. Chat, you hear that? Just get the blue chip off of one of the death boxes. It should be like, just find the blue chip that your enemy's hid in the bush somewhere. Find it. Just hunt around and try not to get shot while hunting for your teammate's blue chip in the bush.
So get the blue chip from the death box. Every player is going to spawn with a blue chip in your inventory. Your dead teammate or dead enemy will have a blue chip, and you can actually loot it off of their body. So your teammate, you have to get it from them to revive them. You can also take it off of your enemy and deny the other team the chance to revive their teammate.
By dropping it in a bush.
Need to know information. It's kind of like kill confirmed, like that game mode in Call of Duty. You kill somebody, but really they could still get brought back if you don't wipe the rest of the team or take their blue chip out of their inventory. Okay. And so then you go to this little generator.
If only it was that simple.
Recall towers.
Right.
There's like 20 or 30 of these on each map, and they
There's like
randomly
35.
spawn. So apparently, I haven't seen this myself on every map, but the locations that they are in change every time you load into a new map. So it's not always going to be, oh, there's one in the center of the city here. They're kind of scattered throughout, and there's a lot of them too.
Towers scattered across the map.
Yep.
Or
They're
through a
scattered
wireless
randomly.
transmitter item obtained through farming.
Now you see this little guy right here. This is called a wireless transmitter. I haven't seen this in the game yet because it's a
me
rare,
neither.
lootable item.
Chat, it's so rare, in fact, that I've found way more flare guns than I have this. Just to give you an idea. I'll probably find more O12s on Destin. I played how many hours now? Went down to like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Math is hard, right? When you've been live for 12 and a half hours. 5.5 hours of the test server today. We played a few hours earlier. So like during like the course of 9 hours playing on the test server, I have found this many. Ready? That many. That's how rare it is.
I'm not a fan of RNG items for revive. However, this is not an or item. It's an in addition to item, or it's not an and item. It's an or item or in addition to. So you can still do the other way we just explained with the blue chip and go to the revive tower. But if you also happen to find one of these, this is a single use revive transmitter beacon that you can use it. And let's say you're the last person alive in your squad. 3 of your teammates got knocked out because they're dum-dums. You killed the people who killed them. You grabbed their blue chip detector, all 3 of your teammates. If you find one of these guys, instead of having to go to the revive tower, you can actually activate this beacon.
Yeah, you can use this instead of the tower.
And that
if
will
you
call
happen to
in
find
all
one.
3 of your teammates at the next recall phase. So that's an additional way to revive 1 teammate or up to 3 teammates without having to go to the tower. But again, it's a rare lootable item. A lot of people have been having a ton of trouble finding it in game.
Yeah,
so just an FYI.
Trust me. Yeah, so the other thing is, that one thing that he mentioned is when you go to revive, if you have, let's say 3 of your 4 teammates are dead, and you have all 3 of their chips. If you go to one of the transmitters or you have this device, you'll bring all 3 of them back at the start of the next zone. It's not like one at a time or anything like that. It's however many of the chips that you have.
And then rejoin the match via a respawn plane that flies once per phase. Note that this feature is available only in normal and custom matches on Erangel, Miramar, and Destin.
Yeah, critical need to know information here. As of right now, this brand new revive system is only available Erangel, Miramar, Destin.
Should be on every map.
Sandhawk does not have it. Bikindi doesn't have it because of Comeback BR. Tago does not have it because of Comeback BR. Karakin and Paramo also do not have it. More details on why later.
It needs to be on every map, chat.
Allowing you to carry knocked out teammates.
Consistency.
We can have
This
Bernie's.
edition provides players with an alternative way to evade danger without having to only abandon or revive your teammates.
Now,
We are all
in this feature, so this is a cool feature, I think. Being able to put your teammate or an enemy in the vehicle and drive off of them is going to be a fun mechanic. Number one, it's very useful for a team scenario, but two, you can obviously troll with it and that'd just be funny content.
Imagine knocking an enemy, put him in a car, throwing the C4 on the car, and then like yeeting the car back at their friends. Just be like, here you go, here he is. I'm like, oh, he's sending me back over.
However, they, in addition to the DBNO change, they made the bleed out timer. They changed that system. So you know how previously, let's say on your first knock, you bled out at a certain rate of speed. Then if you got knocked again, you bled out at a sped up speed. Then you got knocked again, you bled out even faster, and so on and so forth. They've changed that where now when you get knocked, as long as you're sitting still, not moving your player, you're going to bleed out at the exact rate the entire time. It never increases.
I don't know if this is actually true. I think there were some other tests that were done, and I think that the wording was wrong. Maybe someone else knows otherwise, but from what I understand, it's just the way it was before, where first knock you bleed out at a certain rate, second knock you bleed out at a certain rate, so on and so forth. So it's like faster, more you get knocked. But I think what they did was when you move, you're going to bleed out even faster now, which is interesting because moving, sometimes you need to move so that you don't get flushed, but like this is just going to force people to sit still.
Increases no matter how many times you get knocked out. However, if you move your character using WASD, if you're moving around even just a little bit, even slightly, even spinning around in place, like turn your character 360, that is considered moving, you will bleed out faster at a much faster rate. So that's why
I'm curious to see.
They made this change. You have to think tactically, should I move or should I stay put to get revived? Number two, if you get put into a vehicle, your character will be considered moving at that point, and they will bleed.
And yeah, I agree that if the way CDOM is describing it, if they made it to where when you're completely stationary, you just bleed out at the same rate, right? But if you move, you bleed out faster. I think that way would be better. But I don't think that's actually the way it is. I think there was like a misinterpretation with how it's described in the patch notes.
Bleed out faster in the vehicle. So critical, need to know information.
Yeah, when you're in the vehicle, you're moving faster, so you bleed out faster.
with an alternative way to evade danger without having to only abandon or revive your teammates. We are also
Clan
finally
Dome!
ready to unveil our new clan system. Create or join a clan,
The Bud Clan.
and earn XP to level up your clan.
Level
As your
up!
clan levels up, you will be able to upgrade your clan tags. Not only that, but you can also earn a BP boost by playing with your clanmates. Definitely worth. And
BP
as
boost,
always,
baby.
Make sure to check out the patch notes for all the details. Update 23.2 has plenty more in store this month, including a DBNO rebalance, general lobby UX UI.
That guy with the 3 helmet must have been weak to go down from
Wacky Jacky skins.
Starting with this update,
one
prepare to
snipe.
become your team's hero, transport teammates to safety, and establish your own PUBG Battlegrounds clan for double the excitement. And we'll see you on the Battlegrounds.
Yay! Thanks for the review, and let's go ahead and pull up the patch notes.
Yeah, let's pull them up. Show me.
All right, SitRep, this patch is dropping May 16th on PC.
Happening right now.
May 24th on console. So it's alive. It's live on the test servers today. That's kind of an oxymoron. It's on the test servers today on PC. Live servers next week for PC,
which
the
is
following week for console. Now here's the
it's going to be live tomorrow.
Test server, don't worry about that. Live server right here. Live servers. Can I actually move this just a little bit? I want to make it a little bigger for you guys. That's what she said. Yeah, I beat you to it. Okay, so relax. All right, beat you to it. Live servers next week.
I was going to say
PC.
that's what CDOM said.
Week
but
1. This is the map rotation next week. Erangel. So when this first goes to live service,
yes, Miramar's back. Thank goodness.
Vikindi, Sandhawk, Karakin. Critical need to know: Erangel and Miramar are the only maps with the new revive system.
Which is a
Vikindi
yikes.
has the old comeback arena. Sandhawk, Karakin don't have it at all. The next week is Erangel, Tego, Destin, Sandhawk, Paramo, which means only one. Excuse me, only one. Two of the maps are going to have the revive, and Tego will not have it. Then it's Erangel, Miramar, Vikindi, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's the rotation for the maps if you want to look at that. Ranked is Erangel, Miramar, Tego, Destin. Recall system is not in ranked. All right, so the recall is also the revive system. So if you hear people say revive, recall, it's the same thing. And these are the transmitters, or the stations rather, the towers.
And we saw those.
To get recalled.
They're located randomly.
This is the blue chip that is in your inventory when you spawn. You also can take this chip from your teammates who are dead or your enemies who are dead to revive your teammates.
You can take them and drop them in a friggin' bush and hide them. And then no one knows where they are. You can never get your teammate back.
Or to deny your enemies the chance to be revived. And no, you cannot revive an enemy. Tried it. The blue chip transmitter is that rare spawnable item in the world that you can call your teammates back with instead of going to this trailer situation here.
I feel like the blue chip transmitter, like if they have all these stations all over, they need to just have a few more of these transmitters. I mean, if I'm playing for 9 hours, you know how much I loot, chat, right? I probably looted enough in 9 hours that most people loot in like 36 hours. Okay. And I didn't find one. Right? I didn't find one of these things. All right.
Blue chip has a weight of 5. I don't know why they make it a weight of 5, but they do. So whenever you have your teammates blue chip in your box or an enemy's blue chip in your backpack, rather.
Yeah, the whole weight thing doesn't make any sense to me either, because sometimes like I max out my inventory with ammo, right? The rest of my inventory with ammo. So then if my teammate goes down, then I got to go up. And if like I go to just swipe their blue chip really fast and then get out of there, sometimes it might be like your inventory's full. And then I got to go into my inventory to drop ammo, pick up the blue chip, and then pick up the rest of the ammo again. And all that time, it would be like getting killed trying to skin a vehicle. You know what I mean? It should just not weigh anything. You just pick it up.
Actually takes up backpack space. That's a little silly, but that is what it is right now.
Yeah, agreed.
Let's see what else. I'm going for the important stuff. I'm not going to read every single thing here.
Yeah. Let's just get the important, juicy stuff.
Here, it takes 10 seconds. So when you go to the tower, it takes 10 seconds and you cannot move. You can look around, but if you move or if you get knocked or whatever, it cancels the recall. Okay, so you have to hold it down for 10 seconds. Okay. Don't move, and then once it starts the recall, then you can walk away and you're good to go. When you do the recall, it doesn't bring your teammate immediately back.
The next
zone. It will only bring them back at the start of the next phase. So if you recall your teammate in the middle of phase 1, they will not come back until the very beginning of phase 2. So there could still be a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes even, if you're in the very beginning of the game, where you're not being brought back because you have to wait to phase 2.
Now, you have to still survive, okay? The person who does the revive at the machine, you have to live until that plane comes. If you die, you're all dead. If the remaining squad dies, you don't get to come back, which I don't know how I feel about that, because like if you risked it and then you call them back and they're already on their way to come back. I don't know. Like that, it happened to us earlier when I called C-Dome back and then I died like just trying to get into the zone, you know?
When you come back from the recall, when you get revived, you're no inventory. So you have no backpack, no armor, helmet, guns, nothing. You come back completely stripped of all your gear. You have to land
naked,
either where your dead body was
straight
before,
up naked,
or somewhere new and get some more loot. So if you're reviving your teammate, it's kind of your job to hunker down and find a good area where your teammate can land. And
imagine coming back phase 7. Imagine coming back phase 7 like, yeah, it's a wide open field. Where the hell am I gonna get some loot? And if there are buildings there, they're gonna be occupied. So what do?
And get some loot when they land so that they're not completely helpless when they do come back. Okay. You can revive phase 2 through 7. So you could potentially, this is theoretical, phase 6, you could recall your teammates at the beginning of phase 7. They're brought back in via the recall helicopter, but completely stripped of their gear. So it could happen, but I don't think we'll see many situations like that, because think about it. If you're coming back in phase 7, the entire lobby's kitted, you're probably not going to live too long.
Oh, come on,
so
C-Dome.
that.
Come on, man. What do you mean? Anything can happen. This is PUBG, man.
The blue chip tower has a few different statuses. It has red, it's in use. Yellow, it's temporarily unavailable. Blue, you can use it. Or gray, you cannot use it anymore once it's deactivated.
That's ball, Jeff. Thanks for the 28 months, tier 1.
Like the very beginning of phase 1.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, bud.
There is a time where it's unusable. It'll be yellow, where if you
just used
revive your teammates here, I can't come behind you and revive my teammates on the same recall tower instantly. There's a cooldown.
Which I find to be kind of weird. Don't you, chat? Think about this logically, right? Like, you're using it. It's making a huge ass loud noise, right? And then there's a cooldown right after it saying, like, you're not allowed to use it again right away. Like, who's going to use it right away? If another team comes up to try to use it, they're just going to get pounded. Like, the team, they're there already. You know what I mean? What's the point of that? It's like the cooldown. Like, you already called in your team. Like, what, did one of your teammates die like within 10 seconds and then you're going to instantly res them again? Yeah, but the cooldown is not, it's not like a long time. How long is it? What's the cooldown
period? I don't know what the time is yet. I'll verify that. But there is a cooldown period. There are a lot of these throughout the map.
Because when we tried it earlier, I had my teammate flush me, call me in, and then someone used it right next to him, and I landed, and then my teammate got knocked, and then I instantly revived him. It wasn't that long. The timer's not that long.
20 or 30 of them that randomly spawn. So I don't think you'll have an issue realistically of not being able to use it when you want to use it, but that is something to consider. If you're at a big city that's spread out, there's the potential that another team could already be reviving their teammates, and you might have to wait for that cooldown period or go to a different area with an unused recall tower. All right,
well, and that's the other thing, right? So someone says if the tower didn't make so much noise, maybe it wouldn't need a cooldown so much. Well, that's kind of like my point, though, is like, who's gonna, like, let's just assume there isn't a cooldown on it, right? You can use it instantly. The alarm just went off, so the other team that just revived someone there is gonna know that you're there, like, and they're right there on the device, right? I almost feel like it'd be kind of cool to not have the timer, because then if you're sneaky enough and you're able to just creep in and start doing it, and you have one guy like cover you, you know what I mean? Like, there could be other scenarios that come up from that. But having the cooldown, that means that like the one team has to just lurk behind while the other team scampers away, and then you start to revive again. So it's actually, the more I think about it, it's really complicated.
The 10-second blah blah blah. Okay. Blue chip cannot be used.
Hey, if you're
Okay,
a new
got
player,
that.
good luck out
Recall
there.
Process. Got it. Oh, I guess I should say that this is kind of like the comeback arena system. If the last remaining teammate is eliminated before
We just
the new
talked about
player
this, yeah.
comes back into the helicopter, everyone dies, game over. If you already are coming back from the helicopter and then your team gets eliminated, you're still alive in the match, you could potentially go and save your teammates by getting their blue chips. All right, recall system is disabled from phase 7 onwards. Okay.
Oh, gee, dang it. You mean we can't get revived like when the circle is like 50 meters?
From phases 2 through
Dang
7.
it.
Got it. It's
Ah,
not
gee,
available
dang
in
it.
custom match, or is not available in esports mode in custom match, rather. It is available on custom matches. Erangel, Miramar, Destin only, which is unfortunate, but
Yeah,
that is what
exactly.
it is right now.
Needs to be on every map.
Now here's the dev comment for why it's not on small maps. Why limited to Erangel, Miramar, and Destin? Their answer: smaller maps have shorter play times, making it faster to start a new game upon death. We've decided to add the recall system exclusively to maps without the existing comeback BR. I said to you guys in the beginning of the stream, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I love the fact that this system is in the game. I think it can only get better from here. However, this statement is so odd to me. It almost reads as if the dev is saying, we know that it's quicker for you to quit the game, commit suicide, back out, and get a new lobby before trying to revive your teammate. I don't know if that's what it's saying, because obviously there's a translation situation, you know, from Korea to here. But that's what it reads to me, and that just seems like an odd thought process when developing this feature. Gameplay.
Yeah,
So there's a fun little
It should be on every map, chat.
vehicles. After you get in a vehicle, you drive it to wherever you want to go.
I do like
When
this.
you get out of the vehicle, that vehicle will have a marker on your map, only on your map.
Yeah, so you
that
can
shows
see where your car
exactly
is.
where the vehicle is. So you will no
great.
longer lose the
I
location of your
misplace my
vehicle.
car
That's
all the
actually
time.
Really, really cheeky and useful. It's not like, you know, game changing, but there are certain scenarios where you're like, where the hell did I park my vehicle?
Exactly.
And now
I
you
do that
will
all the
know.
time.
What
Now,
I don't know.
now with boats, I don't. Where'd I park the boat? Did I put it on the trailer? Leave it in the garage? No, with the cars though, I've parked my car and then forgot where I put it. I mean, is it really gonna be like next level game changer? I don't think so, because usually like it might just save a couple seconds. You know what I mean? Looking around, be like, oh yeah, it's over here, right? But we'll see.
If this applies only to the driver or everyone who got into the vehicle. That's something we'll have to test maybe tonight.
Yeah, that's a good
if you're playing
question.
Squads and you're in the back seat.
If everybody
does the
gets
game tell
out,
you where the car was because you got out of it, or only the driver? So just something we should figure out. Maybe it says right here. Actually, let's see. It might not visible to other team members, but it doesn't say for people not in the vehicle. This feature applies to every seat in
okay.
the vehicle. There you go. So
Okay,
anybody in the vehicle
it gets
will be
out.
notified of where the vehicle is. Very cool. All right, now here is a fun one. Well, a fun preventing one. There is an exiting.
I'm disabling this
vehicle
feature
that you can enable or disable.
I'm disabling
Where
this.
if the vehicle is going over a certain speed, 60 kilometers per hour, if you accidentally hit the get out of vehicle key, a 3-second countdown timer will start on your screen, allowing you to cancel it and not get out of the vehicle. They did this because too many people like me were being a dum-dum and jumped out the vehicle accidentally by like barely hitting F, like not meaning to, but you hit the F key and you jump out of the vehicle and insta die. So,
Okay, the only time that I ever do this, chat, is like if I'm bandaging in the car and like I want to cancel my bandage and it's like right as one of the bandies is ending, so then I just like hit F and then I accidentally flew out of the car, right? I think this is going to be a huge pain in the you know what if for anything really. Car's going real fast, car blows up. What do? You gotta wait 3 seconds to get out? Good luck, you're in the lobby. What if you're trying to C4 somebody with the car? You know? I can think of a bunch of reasons why you might want to get out going super fast. What if you're going off of a jump? What if you hit a ramp going real fast and you want to fly out? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm personally going to disable this feature. I will deal with it. If I'm an idiot and I hit the F key and I fly out, that's my own problem.
So this is actually a really good feature, a nice quality of life. It can be disabled if you do not want this safety.
That's me, baby. Disable.
Okay. They're adjusting fixed vehicle spawns. The Porter of Pony Coupe is now available as a fixed spawn vehicle on Tego. The Porters will spawn randomly instead of a fixed location.
Oh, no more
Garage
Parkers.
Locations, the Pony Coupe will no longer spawn. Instead, the UAZ and Dacia will appear in fixed locations. That's actually really good. These modifications are on all game modes, normal, ranked, and custom. Again, it's Tego only. Okay, so
here's the down but not out thing, the bleeding.
The bleed out time has been changed, like I just previously explained. A unique animation will play when the automatic HP reduction rate is applied. When you are not moving, your character is considered to be still, remain stationary. Adjusting the camera position without moving is still being still. However, you are in motion if your character is actively moving, rotating in water, or boarding a vehicle. So what this means,
so what is this? Like, this one's like you're keeled over. You're like, oh my gosh, I got like this huge stomach pain. Or like my appendix is about to burst. And then over here is like holy cow, like it's time. I need to make it to the toilet.
means if you want to look around and not bleed out faster, you have to hold the Alt key while you look around. That's the free look key. If you do not hold that key, if you just move your mouse side to side, your character's body will spin a little bit and your HP will reduce faster than what it would otherwise. Okay, critical.
So
need to know information.
That is where like there's a little bit of confusion, right? Because like I said, I think it's been tested and you still bleed out just like normal. First knock, second knock, third knock, fourth knock, with how fast you bleed out, it's still the same. But I think where the translation is different or lost is where if you move now, you bleed out even faster.
You can throw people in a vehicle, teammates, and enemies. You can literally weekend at Bernie's their knocked out body, throw them in the vehicle, and then drive away. Key information here, though, is that if you take an enemy and you throw them in the vehicle, if you by mistake put them in the driver's seat, you can't get in the car and drive away. The car will stay there. They have to choose themselves to.
No, you just blow them away, Chad. You just kill them. You put them in the driver's seat and then you give them one chance, man. You say it in all chat. You say, get out of the seat or you're dead. If they don't, just blow them away.
Exit the vehicle, which they can. If you're knocked out in a vehicle, you can hit the F key and get out of the vehicle, even though you're knocked out. Okay. It applies to BRDM and all that kind of stuff. Weapon balance is not a ton here, but the Ace 32 has its screen shake reduced while firing. So this is like the AUG that recently got technically nerfed, is what they called it. The AUG increased the screen shake, which didn't make the recoil harder, but it made it feel harder to control. The Ace's screen shake has been reduced, so it makes the gun feel more controllable, and it is noticeable when I did my playtest earlier. So that'll actually make the Ace an even more prominent weapon out of the 7.62.
So maybe I'll select the Ace over the Scar now. Maybe that's what I'll do.
5.56 versus meta. They changed smoke grenades particle count. I haven't tested this, but apparently it's supposed to not put as big of a hit on your system, smoke grenades, so we'll see about that. Clan system. I'm going to have a clan join it, Critical C-Dome, Clan C-Dome, or Clan the Dome. I don't know the exact name yet.
The Bud Clan.
Anybody can create a clan.
We're creating a clan, baby.
15,000 BP to create one.
And chat, don't you worry. I'm covering the BP on it. No problem, man. I got you. All right, we're making the clan.
And yeah, you can come up with a name, you come up with a clan tag, you can have up to 100 members. There's a bunch of cool little features in it. I'm gonna make another video on that, but you can level up the clan. You get bonus XP by playing with clan members, all kinds of cool
I think
stuff.
it's just
So
really cool. I
Great.
think it's going to be super cool because you can see all the clan members that are online and you can group up with them, right? So I said it earlier, I'll say it again. We're going to make a clan. If it fills up, we'll have some ambassadors here from the stream that are going to make another clan. So we'll have multiple with all they'll all have the same clan tag. Might just be a little difference in the name, right? The Bud Clan 2, or I don't know what we'll call it. Maybe we'll just call the clan the Barbarazzi and then just the tag will be Bud. I don't know. But either way, it'll be like Bud Clan 1, Bud Clan 2, 3, depending on how many people. We'll all be one, really, right? But they'll just be different amounts of them.
Community feature upcoming. And this is a little image of the clan tag here and here. So this is what'll show up on your player card. It'll say Dome right there if you're part of Clan Dome. UI, I'm not worried about that. This little cat outfit has been added to the workshop hunters and archivist chest, the cat burglar and the victory dance. They've had some performance changes, increases, so hopefully less lagging, less crashing. I'm not going to go over these bug fixes, nothing crazy or game breaking, nor am I going to go over those items. So if you want to go see that, go watch the actual patch, or go see the actual patch notes and read that down
Fix
below.
the crashes
in the description of this video, or maybe on Twitter, it might be able to be linked on there. So there you go. So that's the patch notes.
All right,
chat. What are our thoughts on the patch notes and the patch notes review?
Yeah.
Patch report video that we watched from PUBG. What are our thoughts? Let me know what we're thinking.
Yeah.
I myself am pumped for it. I know a lot of people. The revive system is so silly, stupid. All right, listen. It's not the best. It's not what I would have wanted, but it's way better than nothing, and it's way better than the comeback arena. So let's see if we can give some constructive feedback to PUBG and make it even better.
Okay, I like that. Okay, I think that's good. What are my thoughts? I think that this is a step in the right direction. Is it the revive that we've all been waiting for and wanting? Personally, I don't think so. I think that the Super People one would have been the best, but it's something, and it can work with some tweaks if this is how they want to do it. I just hope that it's not going to be something like the comeback BR where they just throw it in the game and there's a bunch of things that could be done. Bunch of things that could be done to make it better, and there was nothing done. It was just left. They just put it in the game and they just left it how it was. So hopefully that they'll listen to the feedback. Just hoping that they'll, take constructive criticism, go back to the drawing board and say, hey, all right, people say this is good, this is not good. We need to fix this. We got to fix that, right? Just, I feel like things can be done differently and get the same results, right? I do believe in that. It's the same thing in life. There's multiple ways to do things to accomplish the same goal. No one does everything the same. So we'll see. A lot of positive things in this patch. Super excited. Let us know in the comments below how it is. Once again, though, this is C-Dome's video. The link to his actual video will be down in the description. Make sure you get over, check it out for yourself, give it a like. See you next time.